On today's Derek Does, we're doing this. Welcome back to another Derek Does. I'm Derek. If you're new here, hope you enjoy it, and I hope you enjoy all the other previous videos I've done. Today, I'm going to do a video on one of the jackets I got last week from my mega military haul, and this is probably the crown jewel of that pile of military gear and jackets, and it's this. This is an M-51 Fishtail. Now, I didn't realize when I bought the auctions, there was just a picture of it, and I could see that it was a fishtail, but it was very, it was this big. It was difficult to see. I didn't realize just how perfect this fishtail is. It's so perfect, in fact, it's never been issued. This fishtail still has, and I'll do close-ups for you guys. I saw this inside the hood, and we'll do close-ups. This is the original tag from the factory when it's sent out, stapled in there of what size it is. So obviously a soldier would have taken that off because you don't want to staple next to your face. I haven't even opened the jacket. I don't know if the jacket's ever been opened since being made new. The only thing I've done is I pulled it down a little bit. It was all snapped up, which is kind of odd because normally jackets like this are never snapped up and zipped and just perfect. This one was. The Talon zipper on this one is the shiniest you've ever seen. I mean, it's like brand new. So what I'm gonna do is talk a little bit about the fishtail jackets. This is an M-51 or a 1951 Field Jacket Fishtail. It's a parka. It's not really a jacket, it's a parka covering, and it would have a liner that would go into it, just like the M-51 regular field jackets. But this was a fishtail, meaning that it had extra length here, and it kind of gave a fishtail as you wore it. They were originally kind of replacing the M48s, which I don't have a parka, an M48 parka to show you guys, but it was a heavier parka. It's kind of like the predecessor of the N3B, and you can check those out. I think I don't know if it's better than the N3B or not. It's more of a overcoat looking parka as opposed to the NP3, which is more of a parka. But this is the M-51 Fishtail Parka, which replaced it. I believe it originally came out either in 50 or 51. Originally, it had like a alpaca lining, just like the M48 or the D1, a navy jacket. But they discovered that when it got wet, it got a little too heavy and too cumbersome. So they made the kind of a mohair frise. I'm not sure exactly how to pronounce it, frise lining, which was lighter weight, and then later they just made the polyester one that you would find on an M65 liner. But what we'll do is we're going to take a look at this. I'll put it on. It's a size medium. I'm going to unsnap it for the first time probably in 50 years. So it's all been perfectly, this will be the first time it's been opened, as far as I know. Oh boy, it's just so perfect. It's the color's perfect. The printing is perfect. I'll do close-ups and all that stuff. But what I'll do is I'll put it on and we can take a look how it looks. It's a size medium. Pretty sure it's a medium, right? Let me double check that just to confirm, because I've been telling you guys that and it may not be. It is a medium. It does not give, it might be from 1955. I'll show you the tag on that so you can kind of read the things, and it doesn't say who made it on the particular tag on this particular one. But let me put it on, I'll show you guys, and then we'll do close-ups of all the features of this jacket and you can learn about it. Now, these jackets were only made till about 1956. And then they made them sporadically, I think in Germany, but it wasn't a US made one. And they that was it. They used it during the Korean War because it was a longer jacket, gave a little more protection, a little more warmth, that sort of thing. And then in the 1960s, and of course, I'm not British, so I don't know all this stuff. I had to read about it because we didn't have the mods and that sort of thing here in America during that time period. But they had the mods, and they were guys who kind of dressed in suits for the most part. But when they rode their motorcycles or mopeds, they wanted to keep their suits clean. And they discovered you could go to an Army surplus store and find these fishtails. And they became huge then again in the 1960s by the youth of the UK wearing these to keep themselves clean while they're riding around on their mopeds or motorcycles, their motorized vehicles. And it kind of has a resurgence of that. So, and it also depleted the supply of what was left. So they're kind of rare to find. There's not that many. They only made them for a few years. I mean, the M-51, they made the M-51 from the 51 all the way up to about 65, really. But there was kind of an overplay between the M65 and the M-51s and that sort of thing. So let me put it on and you can see how it looks. Now, for reference, I'm a little over 5'10", 155, and I wear a 42. So I'm really a medium or a large. Now keep in mind, these jackets were made to put over all your gear, all your regular clothing, maybe even another jacket, plus a liner. So they're oversized. So really, I would probably want to get them small for myself if I was just going to wear it as an everyday jacket, or if I was a bigger guy, I go with a medium, or a bigger guy, I go with a large. So you get an idea. I'll put it on. You can see how it looks on me as is, without a liner. And then we'll take a look close-ups. All right, so here it is. You can see it's a big jacket. It is a parka. It is, again, this is a medium, and it has a hood. Now you could also get a wolf trimmed parka hood over top of this too. That was an option, and the early ones came with that, and I think the later ones you could put those on. The hood's really made to go underneath a helmet. So you'd put the hood on, it's a lightweight fabric, and then you would put your helmet on top of that. So it really didn't give much protection or warmth. That's why you would get the added M-51 hood that you would put over top of that would have a little more padding, a little more warmth. But it was made to go underneath a helmet. So here you can see it's pretty big. The arms fit me, but I feel like I'm wearing a big muumuu. It's a big jacket. But I'm sure if you had all your gear and you're out in the middle of the Korean wilderness and it's 20 below or something like that, you would love this jacket, to have this jacket. It's got hand warmer, not really hand warmers, but it has two pockets. They are wool lined on the inside, so it is a hand warmer pocket. But this is it, and we'll take a look at all the features of it when I put it on the hanger. All right, so here it is. This is the M-51 Fishtail. Now look at that. That's what I was talking about, as this was dead stock. Here's the zipper that I was telling you about. It's just, look how shiny that is. Talon. Triple mark talon, brass. This is what it would look like new, both sides. Now it has the snaps. These are wind flap snaps. It goes with this wind flap after you zip it up, and it's got, I'm sure it's got United Car snaps on it. You have the buttons here. These are the buttons. Now this one's cracked, look at that. That one got cracked somehow. And that one got cracked too. I wonder, it must have got stepped on or something. Those are for the liner. These are also really old. If you think about this, this is from probably 55, so 70 years old. That plastic, you know, was only made for 5 or 6 years to be used. It wasn't made for long term. And you can see it has a, sorry, my camera keeps going out of focus. A nice lining on the inside for that. It already came with the U.S. Army, that 1950s U.S. Army tag on it. It's never had a name tag on it because, again, it's brand new. Not sure what that is, like a little shelfware. Here's the pockets. Now, they're a snap also with a flap to keep water out. And inside, you can see They're wool lined. Now this pocket was interesting because inside it was a whole thing of extra cord. I don't know if these came with extra cord, so you could have a replacement if your waist cord broke, which is right here. And you see that's loose, so it'd be easy just to thread in there, and then it runs through this back piece. So a soldier could take care of that. They could redo that waistband. And I'm thinking that was extra waistband that was given, you know, when you get a new jacket, it comes with that. So on the sides, you do have epaulets. This focus is really bad. It's this new iPhone. But you have epaulets here. On the cuff, it's an adjustable cuff with this, but it's got this elastic material in it, a little stretchiness. And that runs through the whole thing, and you can see it here. So it has a natural stretchy all the way through. The other one's just the same. And then on the back, little piece of fuzz. That's your back. And that's where the fishtail comes in, because it has kind of a fishtail. So what that is with this focus. Okay. All right, so here it is. This is the M-51 Fishtail Field Jacket. It came standard with the U.S. Army already on it. This is that Talon zipper I was telling you about. Triple marked. You have it there, there, and there. And it's like brand new. United Car snaps. I did notice some of the buttons for the liner had snapped just over time, but you have to keep in mind that those buttons are plastic and they were made almost 70 years ago. So they weren't really made to last 70 years with nothing happening to it. But it's a zippered front. You have the wind flap pretty wide, goes all the way down, which is really nice. Epaulets on both sides. On the sleeve, you have one button there to hold it, but it comes elasticized. See that? And that runs all the way through the jacket, even through the material here. So it's got an elastic to keep that wind out. Instead of a cuff, they use that, which makes sense because it saves material and you can still do that. You have two snapped hand warmer pockets on either side, here and here. And when you open that up, it's snapped. And on the inside, it's wool lined here and here. So it gives some warmth. Now, this being a dead stock jacket, and I think this is what happened, is it comes with extra cord for the waist in the pocket. Because your waist here, you would tie this up to keep it tight. And it's easy for a soldier to do because then you could just thread it right through there. And then there's just a line through the back that it runs through, and then it's loose again as it goes into that. So you got your two hand warmer pockets, which are separate. You see that? It's not sewn into the actual jacket. They're separate. So it gives a little more warmth, I think, instead of having it right on the edge. And then on the back, you do have a hood, and you can put in a liner in this hood. You have actual leather pull tabs, or stays, I guess, which would be very similar to a modern jacket, you know, a high-end modern jacket. And here you can see the back of it. There's no bi-swing or anything. As you could tell, this jacket is pretty big size. And down here is the fishtail. And you might go, oh, that looks kind of normal. But if you fold it over, it's actually snapped here and here. So you have an extra, I don't know, 5-6 inches that will actually fold down and come down to here to give you even more protection. And that has a drawstring also on it. So you can get that really tight around your legs to keep out that wind. It's kind of neat. That's where the fishtail comes in. Now on the inside, this one doesn't have the liner with it, but you can see how it's made. It's a, it's a fairly thick blended cotton. And here's the tag. It's the Parka shell. Now that's where I'm thinking this is from 1955, is from that 55P. I haven't looked up that stock number yet, but I will look it up, and it might even tell me who made this one or what the contract was for it. And it says for size 38 to 42 chest, and I'm a 42, and you saw how big this thing was on me. So if you're getting it just to wear, you might want to go a little lighter or smaller, because that's a big jacket. Now, when I was telling you about being dead stock, right there, that was size medium. I mean, obviously a soldier would have taken that out, because who wants, yellow right there by your head where someone could see that? Or also you don't want the staple messing with it. But look at that. Now I do have 3 M-51 liners, and I think one of them will fit this jacket. Actually I have 2 that may fit the jacket. I'll show you those, but then I might do a separate video just on the M-51 liners. But this is the M-51 Fishtail Parka. Pretty sweet. All right, I'll just talk about the liners for a little bit. I've got 3 of them, and each one is different. As you can see, each one is a different color. This one's more shiny. This one's not as shiny also, and this one isn't as shiny. I think some of these might be silk actually, or one of them. But they look like this. So it's a liner, and it's got the mohair frizzies, or whatever you want to call it, on the inside. It's got the buttons to put it on. Now, unfortunately, the back is washed away, so I can't read exactly on this one. This is a small. This one is a different color, but also like that. I don't think that was marked. Oh yeah, it's a, hang on. That's an M, so that's a medium. It just has an M. And this one also has a medium, but this one's different. This one has holes in the armpit, like an M65 liner. The other 2 do not. Also, look how much longer the other 2 are compared to this one. So I'm pretty positive this is an M51 liner, as is. These 2 are probably, and as you put it up there, yeah, I haven't done that yet. Those are liners for this parka. So these are fishtail liners. There's 2 of them. As you can see, they're both long. And then this one would be more for, because you can see the difference there, size-wise. See that? Much shorter, more for a jacket, more for a parka. So those are the M51 liners. That's what they look like. They look different than the actual M65. I'll do another video on the liners so you can tell the 2 apart, and you can make sure that you don't get a fishtail liner for your M51, because then it's going to stick out the bottom, I bet you. And I think the holes might be a little different too. There might be more holes for this as opposed to an M51, but a little side note on liners. Well, I hope you enjoyed the episode on the M51 Fishtail Parka Field Jacket. Again, this is a kind of a rarity, because this obviously has never been used, and usually they're used. So it's kind of it's pretty cool to find one like this in the wild that I didn't even know was this. So if you like this and if you want it, I'm probably not going to keep it. I'm probably going to put it on eBay. So you'll see it on eBay. Again, because of the condition, I'm not going to put it on for super cheap, but always feel free to make offers and that sort of thing. So that's coming up. It may not be when this video launches, but it will be up there. So if you see one of these in a medium, dead stock, that's what that is. So hope you enjoyed this episode. Hope you learned a little bit. I've got more jackets and gear to show you from that mega haul, and whatever else I find along the way, because you never know, I'm always looking, and it always seems to find me. So when it finds me, I find you and I show you, and I hope you enjoy it. So see you on the next Derek Does, and thank you for watching.